It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Tanker Brewery Pretty Hard Raspberry Sour Ale, coming in at 7% ABV. There's a look at the bottle. Let's get this wrap off. Black bottle cap. Without further ado, let's get it open. Tanker Brewery, based out in Estonia. Beer in the glass. It's important to get all that lovely sediment in the glass there. Oh, look at that! Can you see the top? There's loads of... Let me see if I can pick some of this out for you. There's loads of cherry residue. Raspberry residue, should I say, on the beer. So we have a one finger white head. It's murky, cloudy, raspberry juice water. I'd say it's a dark brown mahogany coloured beer. There's a hint of red, a raspberry red hue going on. Carbonation, small amounts of carbonation. Let's get the aroma. Oh, it smells fantastic. Fermented cherries. Oh, let's start again, shall we? Fermented raspberries. I'm so used to these sour beers being a cherry lambic or a cherry sour. You'll have to excuse me. Raspberry. Fermented raspberries. It's got the smell of autumn about it. Farmyardy, funky. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Whoa, blimey. I just noticed. There we go. You can tell I was a carpenter once upon a time. Oh yeah, that's really sour. Really sour. Almost, there's a little bit of kind of balsamic vinegar going on with this beer. The raspberries comes through in abundance. It really gets your palate salivating and... Cool, blimey. And with the density of it, it's got like this kind of slightly medium mouthfeel. The amount of raspberry in the beer. Well, you could see all of the raspberry. Maybe I can tip it further on. Well, it's all over the side of the glass. Look at that. Look at the amount of raspberry in that beer. Of course, it's the obvious tartness as well. Lots of tartness coming through. A really decent beer. I think though, I'm going to be honest, if you were to age this beer for... When was this brewed? Well, it says it goes off in 2022. I mean, for a 7% beer, I'm sure you could age it for longer than that. I reckon if you age that for 5 years, 5 years aged, I reckon it would maybe produce more of the fruit, maybe a little bit more raspberry. I'm guessing raspberry's a difficult one. I'm constantly comparing this to like a cherry lambic. There's a reason in history why so many brewers chose to brew the creeks. A creek is effectively a cherry lambic. There's a reason why that style become a style of its own, and that's because of the prominency of the cherry fruit. I think the raspberry, although it sounds really good, it's not quite at the level of kind of the fruit levels, the acidity, the flavours of the cherry fruit. And it's not down to the fault of the brewer for choosing raspberry. I reviewed one of their cherry sour beers and it was wonderful. They probably chose to do something different, which is fine, absolutely fine. It's great to do something a bit different. It's the world of beer we live in. The variety of beer is just tremendous, and long may that continue. But there's a reason why the cherry lambic, the creek, became its own style. It's a decent beer. The malts are nice. Biscuity kind of, you got to let that kind of acidity go away, that balsamic kind of vinegar acidity, let that pass, and then let the malts kind of wash over your palate. I like it. Very good effort from Tanker Brewery. At this stage, I'd like to thank Tanker Brewery for sending me their range of beer, their can range, and the 2 sour beers that we've reviewed. This is the last of it now. Many thank yous to Tanker Brewery in Estonia for sending me the beer. I like this beer enough to give it, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's a good effort. I just think the raspberries let the brewer down just a little bit. Thanks for watching. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.